What'd you do today?
So I did what I tried to do. What I try and do every birthday is do nothing, but I failed at it. I had to wake up for 9 a.m. meetings, and instead of just being able to do nothing all day, because
Okay.
my dream birthday is you don't wake up, you don't leave the bed, you just stay there for the entire day.
You don't wake up. That's a weird birthday to have.
That's
What
weird.
happened? You didn't wake up ever? Or
ever,
he was happy.
ever.
He was happy. Happy birthday.
You literally just glide through the day and play video games and watch TV and do nothing like a 12-year-old would like.
What did you? So did you get anything yet?
No, not yet. Not yet. I'm gonna probably gonna go to the bookstore and the art store.
You go get that comic I sent you.
Yeah.
For those of you just watching, I sent him a comic the other day that I didn't know exists called The New Guardians. In it, there is a gay Peruvian magician, a guy who, and this is one of my favorite things ever, whose superpower is to make you feel good about yourself. And the arch nemesis is a guy that snorts cocaine and says, cocaine is my God. And he's a Colombian who lives in Medellin.
Isn't it funny how they tried to be politically correct and then went as politically incorrect as possible on the villain?
Like, well, he's got to be from Colombia.
He's got to be from Colombia, and he's got to then be a cocaine addict too. Yeah. That all makes it. They went like super stereotype by trying to be But isn't that kind of that woke mind virus?
Oh, and the other thing was, let me turn my light there. The other thing was the guy that is the gay Peruvian magician got HIV from the hemoglobin.
I'm surprised kids weren't reading that just like Batman. Like, oh my God, this is the greatest superheroes ever. How that kind of stuff ever got published shows you the cult that entertainment media has become.
Well, but that's 1988.
Yeah.
Like that
was cult starts somewhere.
Yeah. I don't know what, like somebody thought this is a good, will be an all-inclusive thing. Here's a gay Peruvian magician and a I think his name was like Star Blizzard or something. I don't even know. It was just absurd. The guy, the Inuit who makes everybody feel good about himself reminds me of what was the guy's name in The
Boys?
No, not The Boys, but the Deadpool. The dude who doesn't have any skills.
Oh yes.
Yeah, that's good.
The Indian guy that drove the cab.
No.
Yep.
The guy that's just the regular dude with the mustache.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, he's awesome.
He was the best. But yeah, it becomes a point where, and it's Eskimo, by the way. It becomes a point when it's just entertainment for that small group of people who'll pat each other on the back for doing it, not for the masses, not for the mainstream.
Yeah.
Because like I said, look at it. They say, enter inclusion here. Is the world ready for the handicapped trans Middle Eastern superhero? That'd be a cool idea if you all said, is the world ready for the Christian conservative MAGA supporter? They would never say that in a room. You would never find that. Or even just the American gung-ho flag-waving war movie.
Yeah, we don't need that. Okay, Paul, we have things going on, right?
I just watched The Longest Day the other day because it came into my feed, which is weird, but it came into it. And I'm like, they'd never make this movie again.
They wouldn't make a lot of movies. You think they'd make Blazing Saddles today?
No, but The Longest Day is literally about America and the British. It's about D-Day. And it's very pro-Americana, flag-waving.
No, I still think they'd make it.
Yeah, well, maybe because
they made Top Gun.
But it was almost under.
Did you like Top Gun?
I did. I thought it's a goofy fun. Yeah. I mean, yes, it's just the Luke Skywalker story over again. Basically, it's the Death Star. He has to get the missiles into this small little thing, and they have to fly into the down a trench. To it's Star Wars. They retold Star Wars at the end of the day, but it was still fun.
But it made a lot of money.
Oh, it made a lot of money.
And that at the end of we could sit here and talk about all this stuff. Dude, you're in Hollywood. We've been in Hollywood. The reality is money still speaks the most volumes. Failures will get you canned quick and money will get you opportunities.
And there is a dam breaking.
Snowflame. Thank you very much. His name was Snowflame. Yeah, he came around in the 80s. We were just talking about that
Oh, wow, that's funny.
Duvier. And we just thought it was hilarious that there was a guy who snorted cocaine and said
Which is the
cocaine is
best.
my God. And it gave him superpowers.
But you know what? Cocaine does give people superpowers.
Yeah.
Just ask the Nazis who invented it. Weren't they the ones that invented it?
No, they invented meth.
Oh, it's meth. It was meth.
Yeah.
Yeah.
There's not that guy yet. So, no.
Because, cocaine is a step down from meth. They probably could shoot him 8 times and they wouldn't even know it.
That was the whole point. Keep him up for days, let him get killed, and everybody moves on.
Everyone moves on. Yeah. And they're happy. It's the only people that got killed with a smile on their faces.
Then they take apart your toaster on the way over there because they're all methed out. Did you see Colbert just got canceled?
Oh, really?
Yeah, they're struggling. They're trying to cut costs, and that was the big thing. I mean, you can think about, like, I was going over the numbers. This is crazy. So I was just going over the numbers. So here are the numbers for television. I mean, David Muir leads the way on ABC. He's got 7.2 million. Then it goes to Lamas, who's the NBC guy, at 5.6. 60 Minutes is 4.5. Then it's CBS 3.8. Then it's the Fox folks. Then it's Good Morning America. Do you remember? I was like, Johnny Carson would have like 15, 20 million people watching. I mean, there was a lot more. There was less choices, but still, I was talking today. Today's the 70th anniversary of Disney.
Yeah.
And
Disneyland opened. Yep.
I was talking about that today. It was broadcast live on ABC. 90 million people watched it.
Yeah. People forget I Love Lucy had on average like 40 million people watching that show.
It's insane.
And they didn't have as big a population as we had too. So it was a giant amount of the population would watch this, television.
Yeah.
I think it's a good thing that it's been broken to the point where Hollywood and networks, their backs are broken. They're struggling to figure out how they live in the world of AI. AI, whether they like it or not, is going to destroy
I think
them.
they're telling everybody that, because I read a great article yesterday, The Hollywood Reporter or Variety, one of the two, that says the race to build the best AI and the best writing AI is like behind the scenes. The battle is going on in Hollywood, because in front they're like, AI is horrible. Behind they're like, have you built that yet? Is it done? Is it? Because I want to fire all these people.
I mean, it's not a secret because I'm going to talk about it right now, but it is a secret. We're working on stuff right now that nobody will announce.
Yeah.
And
well,
the executives are all excited because you lower costs, there's a million benefits for using AI. We're now on things that would surprise people for that reason. It will never be released. Like, it'll never be ballyhooed because they're scared of, because, the actors, nobody will whine. You're taking our jobs.
Well, you know what?
In my case, a Hispanic did take their job.
Support him. Here's a perfect, like, you're talking about this yesterday. Saga Radio Company, or Sega, whatever they're called, they announced that they are no longer using any more voiceover artists for any of their radio imaging. So when you hear like 99.5 and all that stuff, all of it's gone. It's now only going to be AI.
Yeah, well, I hate to say it when it comes to audio, but even a podcast, you can have two people have a full conversation now that is completely generated by the AI.
Oh, yeah.
That has a very good conversation. You give them a topic and the AI generates a perspective and has two people talk about that perspective.
The one thing AI can't do yet is
control the nuclear missile arsenal.
Not yet. That's coming soon. But the one thing it can't do is have a human experience. So, that's the human experience side of it is the one thing it can't do, but it can do a lot of the other stuff.
It can do so much. And I think what it's doing is, like, Grok went a little crazy because it's meta Hitler, but I think
settle down a little crazy.
But I think what it's doing is it's learning. And soon, just like I may not have fought dinosaurs, but I could still write a convincing movie about what it would be like to fight a dinosaur. And I think that people aren't realizing that AI may not have had the human experience, but with enough study, it could still write a convincing film about a divorce drama or romantic comedy or whatever it is, because it knows I may not have done it, but I've seen the patterns that happen.
No, there's no doubt it can write stuff that is convincing, and then the humans can go and put on the humanity inside of it as well.
Yep.
Which is, so it doesn't sound like, everybody is
For now, like I always say, we're taking advantage of about a 5-year open door where humans will still be an integral part of shaping AI's expression. I don't know 5+ years that humans are going to be needed. And there's a lot of signs to say, which is scary, but I actually love this idea because I'm getting to be one of these low attention span people. I want to come home, type in John Wick fights in a haunted house, and watch the most epic show that may be goofy, but I'll enjoy it.
Yeah,
And John Wick enters a haunted house and he's got to fight ghosts.
I like
I'll
that.
watch that all day long.
Yeah, I will too.
And how is Hollywood to compete when I can do that?
Well, it's not only a bit of gamification, it is also personalization.
Yeah.
So you can personalize your experience and gamify it where you cut it down to exactly what you're looking and simplify it just on this. So I can do all the things I've ever wanted to do it right here. And that's going to be, I mean,
and what I'm explaining is the IP rate
going to do when we're gone, huh? Who's going to feed them?
Exactly. Well, the IP holders are the ones that need to realize this is a bonanza for them. If you hold the rights to recognizable IP like Star Wars or John Wick or any of this stuff, utilize it. Let people, and you get paid every time someone says something dumb like that. John Wick fights aliens. Darth Vader
John Wick gets sucked back into freaking time, and now he's in a Western, and he doesn't know why he's got all these awesome guns, and they don't know why he can speak Russian because they're freaking living in, Arizona.
I would watch it.
I would too.
And now they still get paid. So stop worrying about this old school 100-year-old business model, which is true. Films and TV is about a 100-year-old business model, and realize that the coming business model actually is more lucrative to you as an IP holder, as someone owns a license to this stuff, not necessarily as an actor.
No.
Because a funny thing that happened even today, we were trying to do something and we generated a fake actor. And we were like, people are going to tell. Well, the AI wouldn't allow us, we're using a commercial AI for something, to use it because it said you're using a real human. No, we're not. We used a fake generated human. But the AI now has gotten so good, they couldn't even tell it was fake.
That's crazy.
They thought it was a real human.
Riviere just said, eventually you're going to have labels and stamps on products that made by human hands.
You do?
Yeah.
And I think that's going to be almost like, organic food or it's organic media.
Hand to table.
Like when you go to Amish country and you want to buy that chest of drawers because it was handmade in the olden way, that's how our media is going to be.
By Abraham.
Exactly. You mean someone shot this with a camera? Yeah, and those are real humans. And like, wow, that's pretty cool. But even like watching The Longest Day, I had to keep remembering it's so old. It's a black and white movie about D-Day. And when they showed thousands of people on the beach,
there was thousands of people on the beach.
There were thousands of people on the beach. It wasn't CG. It wasn't, now it's CG and it's like two guys and
now it's two guys and they just redo them 500,000 times in different ways.
But back then you're like, so this transition has already happened once and everybody's fine. Now I don't need 1,000 people in my cast. I need a few main actors and I can fill a stadium of thousands with CGI. Now we're going to AI where I don't even need those 2 actors. So it just keeps taking steps forward.
The question is going to be, will humanity enjoy that kind of entertainment? An older generation, maybe not as much. A younger generation will be totally fine with it.
I think that it's coming to a point where you're not going to tell the difference. And the fact that you can't tell a difference is going to be hard to... If I'm watching Columbo and it's it's season 36, episode 812, but it looks like it's Columbo.
Yeah, you don't
care.
And
it's like, I wouldn't care. I mean, like...
The thing is, that's great for IPs. The question is, what's the new thing going to be for... Can they come up with something that is new and that isn't established that will get that kind of love?
Fully interactive IP. So that's some of the things that we're testing on right now. If I'm watching a murder mystery and I just decide to pause because I want to look around the crime scene, because I want to look at the evidence myself, let's create more engaging content. That's not like playing a video game. I'm not shooting people or jumping down, but it's literally, it's like a mystery. I'm going to watch a true crime show and I'm going to pause this because I'm going to try and figure out what happened too. I've gamified my entertainment even just to this little ground where it's more of a puzzle. I think that stuff's going to be fun.
I just thought, how cool would this be? All right, stay with me, guys. Murder, She Wrote goes back to help the one and only Sherlock Holmes. How awesome would that be?
Well, did you see, was it Gunsmoke? Streaming Gunsmoke now, just Gunsmoke alone outperforms all of Disney Plus's Star Wars content and Marvel content.
Yes, it should.
It's a better show.
Well, it is a better show.
And so that makes me realize that a black and white show doesn't have the same production values people would rather watch than these incredible multi-million dollar
storyline in those is far superior. At the end of the day, if your story is good, people will watch it. If you're entertaining, it's like I do radio and I tell everybody the numbers I get are good because, right or wrong, people will come back to me because I'm entertaining.
It's engaging.
Yeah. And that's the thing. I remember when I went to when I was getting ready to go national, I think it was a few days away from going national. And I went and I got a book signed by Colin Cowherd. And I said, dude, any advice? And he said, people don't care if you're right or wrong. They care if you're entertaining. They'll come back to you. You could be right and boring and people aren't coming back. You could be wrong and somewhat entertaining. People go, well, he's a dick or he's wrong, whatever. But you know, I like him. So we'll go from there. Because
you're investing your time into somebody.
Yes.
You should get, that's the payment that person gives back to you is enjoyment. You've cured boredom for a little bit of time. You've helped me get through my day. That's what I'm going to owe to you.
Hey, Chad, thank you for helping me get through my shit day.
100%. And that's what you should do. Back when we worked on video games, that's what we were like, guys, we don't cure diseases.
No.
We don't help people. So we cure boredom for a little bit of time.
I tell everybody, you guys take radio and all this stuff so seriously. And some of the listeners, guys, nobody's dying because of this. Right? Like you hit a button. Dude, I'm sorry. For what? Nobody died. It wasn't like, dude, I hit the wrong button and somebody's head exploded.
And the good thing is, you know what? You're helping people have a little bit of fun in life. There's nothing wrong with that.
No.
You can make a good living having other people have enjoyment. I think that's great. But people make it too big of a deal. They're thespians, they're actors, or they're writers, or they're No, you're not. At the end of the day, you need to bring it back down to the life and people just make sure people have some fun.
That's it. Entertained. That's
entertained.
Today there is I'll see if I can find it. Mike Francesca, who is a big sports guy. He did a review, Paul, of let's see if I can viral. Okay. So here, if I can get it, it is freaking absolutely. Okay. So let me see if I can pull it up here. Screen share. We're going to go over here. Adult Disney app. We got to get to that. That looks freaking hilarious because you love Disney. And this would be Mike Francesa. Okay, here it is. Okay, so we're going to share this. Check this out, people. So this is his freaking review.
What I'm getting into is this stunk as for someone who's a old-time TV show Superman guy trying to get entertained for a couple hours and wants to see Superman. This movie was pure torture to sit through. Torture. I mean, I'll tell you this. If my name was on the credits, I'd hide it. That's how bad it was. This was 2 hours of this new Superman. It was he wasn't Christopher Reeves, but he was okay Superman. 2 hours of him getting the crap beat out of him. Who wants to see Superman get beat up for 2 hours? He's getting beat up by everybody. Plus, you have other superheroes in the movie. I didn't go there to see some guy named Mr. Terrific. I didn't go there to see the Green Lantern or some lady named Hawk something or other. I don't even know who she was. Okay, these other superheroes who he calls on. Who are these other superheroes?
Wait till he gets to the dog. It's hilarious.
This is a Superman movie. You want to see Superman flirt with Lois Lane, keep his disguise, and battle crime. That's what you want to see. And good triumph over evil. That's Superman. A little tongue-in-cheek. A little cartoonish, a little campy. Okay, this was unmitigated garbage. First of all, early on, there's robots. I don't want robots. Okay, I don't want robots taking care of Superman. I don't. Then there's a super dog. Who came up with a super dog? I mean, we all like dogs, okay? And I didn't like the dog getting beat on in the movie. It bothered me. But hey, who came up with a dog with a cape?
That is funny.
Oh, that is the funniest.
You know what is funny though? My wife said the same thing. That the beginning of the movie. I'm not any spoilers, but the beginning of the movie, she goes, "Are they just going to be mean to Superman this whole movie?" She didn't like that because old school Superman stuff.
That's weird. It's weird.
Like, you know, the movie opens. It's the same thing. Opens where Superman's beat up,
Yeah.
and it's like, are you just going to be mean to Superman this whole movie?
Well, I don't want to see him fight regular crime. Because it's stupid. Like, what's Superman going to do? Could you imagine Superman goes around back and catches some bad guys stealing from the local store, and on accident he punches one and the guy's head comes off? Then he has to figure out, how does he hide the body?
Yeah, exactly. Well, in a super way. One of my favorite old the black and white Superman. I forgot his name.
Oh, I know you're talking about.
Superman episodes was exactly that though. These guys were robbing the bank.
Yeah.
And here it goes, oh, and they shoot him, and they realize that the bullets bounce off him. And he takes him in. I don't know why. As a kid, that was just cool.
Yeah.
And he takes him into custody and gives him to the cops. You put a little of that in there, and I'll still watch it. Then I want to see him fight the giant monster or whatever. But you put a little of Superman saving the day of the regular person, and that to me contextualizes more than having him just get beat up all the time.
So who was that Superman? What was his name? The 1950s Superman.
He committed suicide. Yeah.
Let me find out here, because that's the way we roll. We don't have our Jamie. We just have us.
We are the.
We're it. Yeah, but that was like, that's a perfect example of what like we grew up watching.
Yeah.
You know, George Reeves.
George Reeves.
Yeah.
The American flag behind him.
Yeah.
You know, the flag waving, his cape waving, and he's here to keep Jimmy Olsen and Lois Lane out of trouble.
Yeah. Gosh, Superman, that's awesome.
Yep. Great Caesar's Ghost.
Great Caesar's Ghost. So
yeah,
I didn't.
Most people won't remember any of that
yet, but it was just funny. Like, there's robots in the movie. What are robots doing in the movie, right? Like, what is that all about? And then there's this dog. When did Superman get a dog with a freaking cape? Okay.
Well, probably in the 1950s, just to be clear.
I know.
I think that part's been around forever.
He's the guy that goes out and yells at the clouds.
Yeah.
So puffy.
Exactly. I get what he's saying, but I'm like, and robots hurt how?
Yeah.
You know,
like that's impossible. Okay. So wait, that's a bridge too far for you? The robots? But the guy that came from another planet that is impervious to just about anything outside of other people that may live on other planets who come down to fight him?
But that's what you're going to think. Oh, well, they couldn't have robots. I think that's what I like about my science fiction back then. It was more fiction than science.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
And nowadays they try and be so scientific, it loses a lot of the fun. I want you to have a ray gun, not a plasma blaster or something like that. I love back then when they had ray guns and they had fish bowls on their heads. And every planet had breathable oxygen for
whatever reason. It was all
whatever reason. Yes. And their ray guns were shooting at people. That's just fun.
That's old school.
It's just old school fun. And honestly, I really believe that entertainment's taking a turn to want that again for a while. Everything's so complicated. The world's so full of minuscule details that get turned into outrage bait that just some fun old science fiction or fun old fantasy or, you know, fighting a dragon because you're a knight. I think that's going to be popular again.
Old school. You know, like yesterday we talked about Trump and I said, Trump's in trouble in a way that he's never had before, because while he wants this story to go away, the worst thing that could possibly happen happened, which was he turned it into crime entertainment because it's salacious, because he's dead, because the people that have talked about it for years now have made it mainstream. So the same people that watch those crime shows at night are going, oh, this is easy. It's salacious. It's sex. It's all of the things.
100% a true crime story.
And that right there where the power from years ago when these guys had power over them, well, he's gone now and everybody else thinks they're protected. And then Trump throws that out there. And now people contact me today who can't stand politics, but they're asking me questions about this. And those are the same people that go home at night and are like, hey, that Idaho murder case, that documentary's on tonight. Or they listen to the murder podcast that always ends up being, like number 1 or 2.
Number 1.
And
think of how salacious this is. This literally is talking about the highest forms of power on Earth are potentially covering up a crime conspiracy.
Yeah.
That includes some of the most powerful people on Earth.
And for guys, it includes spies.
You got spies.
Billionaires.
You've got because for some reason it's true. Women love that torrid, when you look at female, true crime podcasts.
Oh yeah.
The woman that was kidnapped and chopped up in 8 pieces and used,
Yeah.
It's like, why do you guys love this so much?
I've often wondered, ladies, I would like to know what the deal is. Because when I talked about today on the radio, I got like 100 texts. My wife goes home and watches that. All I think is she's trying to figure out how to kill me and get away with it.
And so the idea there's basically an island where little girls are abused. That's salacious.
And there's royalty, and there's power brokers, and there's Wexler, the guy who was the founder of
LinkedIn, wasn't it? It's like
Victoria's Secrets.
Yeah.
The stories about this, it's hard not to go, okay, now I'm far more curious. So this guy, Les Wexler, was worth how many billions of dollars? And he signed over all of the power of attorney to this guy.
Well,
what?
The founder of Victoria's Secrets gave Epstein a mansion.
Yeah.
And you're like, dude,
he had power of attorney over everything he had.
And how much
dollar?
Victoria's Secrets, you're the founder. One of your models used to be 17.
Many of them.
I found that, but one of their big models was a 17-year-old girl. You're like, don't make this so easy to connect dots here.
And now tonight, Wall Street Journal has a big report out about Trump. Trump apparently I talked about it on the radio today. I said, my source at the White House said they're not happy about what's coming out. It'll come out in the next couple days. They broke it tonight, but
what is it?
It's talks a lot about the relationship. This is one of going to be several bit of the relationship, some of the weird stuff that Trump and him, talked about. And then there's another one getting ready to come out, but they made efforts to the Wall Street Journal to try to get them to squash this. And of course, Trump's like, I'm going to sue. But they're also looking at, there's 4,700 transactions to Epstein's accounts for $1.5 billion for a guy that nobody knows what the hell he did. You could have gone to TurboTax to get the tax information he was handing out.
We never exactly. Nobody ever knows where his money came from. That's been a long held, an open secret. One of those things that Epstein was incredibly rich and nobody knows how.
Nobody really knows. He was a financial whiz. Really? He's never made a trade anywhere. He didn't run a big fund. He never did anything like that. How is he a financial whiz? How does he have all of these houses?
This is why this won't go on. Everything we're saying is like the JFK conspiracy for now.
And for the average person who likes to watch and listen to those things, like hey, murder at night tonight, and it's got that guy on NBC's on. Yep. Oh yeah, that kind of thing. But she came home and then she went missing. Oh, was it her boyfriend? It was her boyfriend.
Exactly. Yeah,
her boyfriend.
Exactly. It's one of those.
You watch one of those shows and it's like, wasn't her boyfriend? And then they're like, at the end, it wasn't her boyfriend. Actually, he had a great alibi and he was gone. It was some other guy.
Yeah, exactly.
It's never that. It's her boyfriend.
I hate to say it, but again, it goes back to that mob mentality and it's fun.
Well,
what we began this with, as long as it's fun, it's not going to go away.
It became entertainment.
And it's fun.
Yeah.
It's not fun. It's a horrible situation, but the fun is we now enjoy the details of horrible situations.
We do. It's murder porn.
Exactly. It's literally murder porn. It's porn. Yeah.
But you're like looking at Wexner. It's like this guy's handing out. Here, take this. I mean, I don't know about you guys, but none of my friends have signed me over any power of attorney whatsoever.
Yeah.
let alone giving me everything they have worth billions, because that would be a bad idea.
It would be a bad idea. Exactly.
So
It'd be a horrible idea. You're like, how much can you spend on candy? Well, quite a lot. And now
we're
you
going to
know.
find out, aren't we?
We are.
But it is so. But that's what I said today. This, for the first time in Trump and in all the things he has done, this is out of his control now, because it's gone into a People magazine TMZ world where they may not even have voted, but they're paying attention to this because it's like any case you'd see on the ID channel now.
It's Trump's kryptonite and his shield at the same time. He just signed another deal, I think, for was it deportation or something like that? But it was another thing he signed that nobody cares about. Because all they care about is this.
What did he?
And he now can run rampant. He's not going to get reelected again. Talk about him and Epstein all you want, and he'll just run around passing anything he wants, and nobody will care, because all he literally has to go is, "It's a hoax," and then that's all they'll talk about for the next week. And then he can just go back and do legislation.
The problem he's got now, though, is the constituents of a lot of Republicans are like, okay, this has to come out now because we're getting it from our people that, and so I think something's going to come out. What is it though? I have no idea what's going to, because I don't know what's in it.
We all know what it is. The CIA has been blackmailing very powerful people in order to continue doing something, which is probably not in the best interests of everybody.
No,
but might have been in the best interest of America. No one seems to say that, because it doesn't mean it's right. But the idea that if the CIA was running someone, that they were at the end of the day blackmailing people that helped America.
Well, if it helped America, because
we don't know.
We don't know, and we don't, or did it, or
did it just help CIA agents?
Nations have stuff on our people, and we're forcing them to do things, open things, and stuff. Now it's time we find out this stuff.
Now let's find out. But I think if it was another nation, I don't think it'd be this guarded. I do believe if it was
if it was Mossad.
You think it was? What if it was MI6?
No, nobody's paying attention to the Brits.
Exactly.
The Brits might have been brought in, but it wasn't their jam. They may have called and go, "Hey, do you have anything on so and so?" And they might say, "Let me go and check." That might have happened, but let's be real. It's us and it's the Mossad, especially during these times.
It could have been
falling apart, and there was nothing really left of that that would have hurt these guys at that time.
I lean on the fact that it's more CIA. That's what's keeping it covered.
If it's more the CIA, how do you not
currently still in power in the CIA?
How do you not bring the CIA down at that point in time? Just you have to shut the whole thing down. You can't allow them to pimp out young girls, so you can.
Of course not. But you have to argue. But you're saying you'd shut down all of the CIA. Does the CIA, other than pimping out young girls, does the CIA do things that benefit the United States?
Sometimes you think yes, and I got to be honest. Sometimes I think they've done a lot of stuff that hasn't benefited the United States.
Yeah.
Let's be real. The JFK thing is slowly getting out more and more. So maybe we did know who he was and we followed him and we were in Mexico and whatever. But whatever. Then you've got to look at, how many times have they orchestrated some downfalls of some nations, and after a while we're like, this didn't work well, and then we just leave it to shit. So
the idea is,
you want to think they're doing the best, and we sleep well at night because some guys do some shit that we don't want to know about, so we can live the American dream.
And always keep America in power, and keep, what if, and I was thinking about this too, like, what if the BRICS nations, that's not really ever coming off the ground, really. They keep warning, and then people keep backing out. What if some of the people have been to that island and we're saying, no, you're not forming the BRICS thing. You're not going to take the dollar as the reserve currency, which would be horrible if they did, and turn it on to another currency.
Well, they don't have another currency they could turn it on to. There's the problem with the whole thing.
Hopefully this could.
There is no other currency. The euro you might be able to get behind, but
I think you could.
Outside of that, you're not going to get behind the yuan in China,
the peso.
The China, they don't. You can't trade that. You can't get behind it. There's nothing. You need stability.
China is buying up a lot of gold.
They are. Yeah.
And is
it's
there
always
a long range, because China thinks long range, a concept of I'm going to buy up enough gold to put my money on the gold standard and not and have it like gold backed fiat, and then that would become an attractive potential world currency again.
Whatever happened to our gold? Do we ever go down? Did anybody ever decide?
Isn't that funny too? Isn't it funny what people latch onto and won't let go, and what they do let go?
I forgot all about that till you say gold now.
Fort Knox, we're gonna go check it. It's all there. Cool.
Really?
It was like, yeah. Anybody take an iPhone picture? It was just,
how hard is it to go down there? You're there.
you're there.
We'll
You're
go
there.
We'll go a couple months.
We'll go, yeah. And then there's the guy that checks and he's just like, no, it's all good. It's all there. Oh,
Yeah.
okay. We'll just trust you.
Yeah, I get paid almost $14 an hour, guys. What do you think of that?
And like, have you counted? We count it all. Every brick.
Every day. I can't stop counting.
Yeah.
I sleep
And
here. That's how committed I am to counting.
people just let it go.
It is weird, though, that nobody went.
Nobody went. And nobody cares. And honestly, does America have any gold left? Like literal backing for our economy? And Epstein is an ant, and the gold issue would be an elephant.
Well, yeah.
100%. Like what it happened to the day-to-day life, Epstein is like a tiny, minuscule nothing compared to.
Now, I mean, the reality is, if Trump was ever caught up in some of this stuff, and it was getting to the point where he was going to end up going down, that would be obviously a massive story. But we're far away from that. But I tell everybody, go look at the scandals that have hammered presidents and leaders before. Rarely does it happen on a Tuesday, and by Wednesday, it happens several months ago, several years ago, then it bubbles up, then it hits. And, but man, if we didn't have that gold, woo, that'd be crazy.
That'd be crazy. And like I said, if I found out Trump really was behind all that, I'd be totally against it. But it makes me question how he could be when the New York Times bombshell is a birthday card that Trump sent to Epstein. Like
no,
in 1943 or something.
I have no idea. No, it's 2000. I don't know when it was.
It was I'm like,
I want to see the drawing. Where's the drawing? They said there was a drawing.
A drawing of a naked lady. Look, I'd love to see the drawing because
Paul, get it right. It was a different time.
It was a different time. No, but maybe he's as good as like the Titanic guy. Drawing a naked lady. And
the guy that wasn't allowed to get on the raft with her.
Yep.
It's kind of a move.
Or
you want to know why we get $1 an hour, ladies? That's why.
We get extra money.
Women and children first. Nobody says, "Hey guys who make more money, you get to get on the raft first."
Exactly. But so of all the salacious stuff, this birthday card could not be new. It didn't just happen out of the blue.
You know what my favorite thing is in this? It said the word body.
Oh yeah,
body.
Was it Wall Street Journal?
Which
has had it out for Trump for a while now, and this is their big thing. He had a 50th birthday album, and one of the cards in this album.
It's not just Trump. There's a lot of other people that are in this that
exactly
mentioned as well. But some like Wexler, nobody know who that guy is, right? Dershowitz could walk down the street. Most people would have no idea who that guy is.
So, Donald Trump's thing needs to say, "Dear Jeffrey, you are the greatest man I've ever known. Thank you for bringing me to your island all these times. Those young girls were the best. I can't wait to come again. This is the real Donald Trump, 100%. Here's my date and picture and time."
And some people wouldn't even believe that. You know that.
Oh, no, but I'm saying this is what they're acting like. And what it sounds like it is, happy birthday.
Yeah.
And I'm like, okay, he sent him a birthday card. Can I get more?
Yeah, I'm looking at it. I mean, this is one of what's supposed to be several. Oh, there's a lot of other documents here. Well, good. Bring them all out. Let's just get it done with. And if I'm Trump, I want them all out. There you go.
But you know what goes against this? If Trump sent these documents, he knows they have them. So why would that keep him from releasing the Epstein files? If he's such a buddy of Epstein and all this proof shows that he's a buddy that's outside of, FBI control, that somebody just like a journalist can grab a hold of.
Ooh, there's a data breach.
So you wouldn't. So he's hiding what?
So prosecutors. So apparently some sort of data breach. They're going to start releasing some of the names. The prosecutors of the cases at the time, since girls were as young as 14, but the former Attorney General of the U.S. Virgin Islands said there were girls as young as 12 that he
I know,
trafficked.
which is horrible.
Now, not all of them are Americans, because I think he was an equal opportunity scumbag.
Oh, holy yeah, he might have trafficked girls from who knows where.
And he also didn't care where you were from as the person who was, I guess, going to do stuff.
Yeah. And 100%. Like I said, I truly believe that Epstein was involved in horrible, horrible things.
He had a Saudi Arabian passport.
Well, there you go. Yeah.
Cut diamonds, cash, tons of child porn at just one of his house. But he didn't do anything, guys, and he committed suicide.
He committed suicide, and Gazelle Mountswell, trafficked children to
nobody. And there's no co-conspirators. That's also the weird thing. There's zero co-conspirators. Did you you're not going to Disneyland, right, today?
No, not today. Not today. This is their big celebration for their birthday. And Walt wanted me to come because they got the new robot of Walt out.
So have you seen it?
It's pretty cool. It's alive. It's pretty cool.
They used his own words and stuff and
body.
Yeah. The whole thing. Yeah, that's right.
But it's amazing that it moves so fluid, and it's
all hating the Jews and stuff. A joke, everybody. Go read some of the stuff they say about Walt. But the thing that made me laugh, because I watched the thing, it is creepy. The creepy part is when it walks backwards and it just kind of leans on the desk, and I'm like, oh, that's weird.
Well, because I think it's mounted on its foot, so it has no real weight. So some of those motions look weird.
It's so weird, dude.
It looks weird. But some of them, when he's just talking, it's really cool because you're like, oh, that's very lifelike robot.
Yeah, most people have no idea. And I've watched the whole thing when he talks about how a kid comes up to him and says, do you draw Mickey Mouse? And he said, no, actually, I don't. Do you write the jokes and stuff? And he goes, no. And he goes, and the kid's all like, what do you do? And then he explains, all of these things that I imagine all of this stuff. And then he says, but I want to remind everybody, the reason everybody's here and the reason we have this is because of a mouse.
Yeah. That was going to be a rabbit.
His
mom talked him out of it.
We were talking about today the football. So you don't know this, Paul, because you have no idea what sports are. But back in the day, there's a great broadcaster who now he's on, I think it's Amazon, but he used to be with ESPN and ABC, did Monday Night Football, and his name was Al Michaels. And Sunday Night Football wanted him. So NBC calls over and goes, hey, we want Al Michaels. We're doing Sunday Night Football. We got the contract. And they're like, we got a couple years. He's got a couple years left here, and he's the best broadcaster. And they said, well, what can you do? And they got back to him and said, all right, here's the deal. You can have him, but you guys have Oswaldo or Oswald, whatever, the original before Mortimer and all those. We want it. And they said, all right, you can have him. And we want the IP back. We want because NBC had and Universal had it. Yeah, we want it back in our family.
Yeah, that is very cool. And now when you go to Disneyland, they still have that little rabbit and stuff. You can buy merchandise for that, which is cool. There's a place in LA still where it was a restaurant that Walt, back when they were building Walt Disney, Walt and a lot of the Imagineers used to like to eat for lunch. So it still has his table, and etched in the table are little scribbles of like Fantasia dinosaurs or whatever, and where they were just doodling. And that's very cool because you can still go to this restaurant, still open after all these years, and sit at Walt's table.
That is so cool.
Which is cool. Yeah. And I'm like, oh, that's cool. And then when you look at it, you're like, wow, like, what is it? 70 years ago, they were just.
It's like, what's
like
this?
We sat at tables doodling and drawing.
What's this one say? Juden? What?
Why does this look swastika-like?
What is Mickey doing? I'm kidding, guys. Settle down. It's a joke. Oh, boy. So I was going over all this stuff. It cost $17 million to build, 160 acres in Orange County in Anaheim. They called that day Black Sunday because it was 100+ degrees.
Oh, yeah.
There was a strike by all the plumbers. Only the toilets worked. So none of the water fountains worked. They ran out of merchandise. There were only supposed to be 20,000 people there. And like Sinatra was there, Reagan was there, Sammy was there, Dean was there. The soda machines weren't working very well. out of the 30 rides or whatever they had, 20 some rides, half of them broke down.
Oh, wow.
And there was only supposed to be 20,000 people. People figured out it was easy to counterfeit the tickets. So 35,000 showed up.
Yeah. Yeah. Remember the tickets? It was A rides.
$1 to get in if you were an adult, 50 cents if you were a kid.
Yep.
And then you had to buy, remember e-tickets and all that stuff?
Yep. Now it's an arm and a leg to get in.
Mm-hmm.
And then you still have to buy stuff.
What is it? What's the cost of Disney one day pass? Let's take a look.
It's still around 200 and something.
God,
and they have this really cool thing where if you want to do this guided tour that gets you to the front of the line, it's about, depending on the day, 4,000 to 6,000, not including tickets.
That is insane.
It is insane.
There's nothing about that seems like that's a good idea.
Well, they said, like, let's say you took your family, because it's up to 10 people can be guided by this tour, and you were going there once and you wanted to get on as many rides as possible. Well, it might be worth it. I mean, it's your one-time family vacation. You got 6 of you.
Well, if there's 10 of you, right? It's $400. It's totally worth it.
Yeah.
Because otherwise, okay, so it's $109 to $189 because obviously they do it throughout the year and stuff, and it's it's
what days, weekends or more
on average.
Yeah,
for a 1 day, 1 park ticket.
Mm-hmm.
You want to add the park hopper? That is crazy, dude.
Yep. And then the popcorn's like $10, and the pretzels $10 and or more. I know this, by the way. I can give you all the snack prices.
When's the last time you were there, Paul?
a couple weeks ago. Went a couple weeks ago, and now we got to go back to see because we got the season pass.
You are freaking weird.
100%.
Double income, no kids, dinks.
Yep.
Because I was trying to explain to people. I mean, you and I were blessed. I mean, Grandma used to take us every other week, even before there were passes.
Yep.
And they had that pass for summer, where after 5 o'clock, you buy the pass was like $40. Everybody got in. So after 5, and you could do that. Then they had, and I went to the 30th birthday party. I was 14, and for my mom's company, we got invited, and the park only had like 8 or 10,000 people, some small amount.
Yeah.
But it was open for 36 hours or whatever. So we went at like noon, and we stayed all the way through the rest of, so like at 2 a.m. and Raymond and I, and they just kept going, go on, you can ride the rides. We'd be on Space Mountain, and they go on through, just go. If you want to go again, yeah, okay.
Yeah, which is funny because at the very end of the night, because we've done that before, and churros are about $7.
$7.
My favorite is the Dole Whip. That's still there. The pineapple ice cream. Yeah, it's still the best. But yeah, at the very end, you can run on these rides the last minute and just get on some rides, and we treat it like a park. You go there because we're right next to it.
Yeah, you're right next to it. So going over there to have dinner, because that's what I used to do.
Yep.
You
grab dinner, you might ride one ride, you might watch some fireworks, you walk around, enjoy just my wife treats it like a mall. She's always buying something. And we think it's funny. We pay for the privilege to go in there and spend more money.
Oh, by the way. So the most expensive ticket, by the way, if you guys want to know.
Oh.
Are you ready for this? It is a single ticket to Disney theme park. It's the private VIP tour.
Oh.
That costs thousands of dollars per hour.
Oh. There
is another one, which is the ultimate Disney pass. And this is one that they've talked about before. There's one that's fake that's like $10 million. That's not real. But this is the one where you get an airplane and you fly to all the parks, and they do some special thing for you. It's like more of a vacation fun thing. But the Lightning Lane Premier Pass is $137 to $478 per person per day.
Yeah. Which is crazy.
Now the Disney IncrediPass, that is the most expensive pass that you can get. It's a standard, so it's also, you don't have to buy the ticket then buy this. You just get the whole thing. It's $1,600 before taxes.
Oh, well, that's not horrible, I guess, if you're going to go with your family. I mean, hey.
Okay. No,
Yeah,
not bad.
what is it? Club 33 is still a giant waiting list and like $100,000.
Yeah. I've been to
Or
Club
something
33. That's
crazy?
where we went for my mom's Christmas party one time.
Yeah, it's something crazy. It's like, and then it's right above the Pirates of the Caribbean. I guess there's one in every park. And you get like a gourmet meal.
Should. Mickey Mouse comes out. Hi, everybody. Oh, boy. Did you guys get screwed here? What? Why?
Exactly. No, you get to see the real Mickey Mouse.
Have you ever done one of the lightning passes?
No, we never did because usually there's only 2 of us, so it's not like it's a lot. And we're just browsing. So even if we only go on 1 or 2 rides.
Yeah, well, I mean, yeah, if you're there every day, it's not.
We stand in the line and it's kind of fun to tourist watch.
It is.
Here, it's getting it's getting less people because some people are scared that ICE might have a Disney branch.
Well, not only that, it's also super. Well, it's super expensive. I've often wondered. I've talked about this. At what point do you price yourself out? You keep saying they need to raise the prices again.
I sent you a picture of this. A guy came with a suitcase, a roller suitcase full of food. And we're standing in line waiting to get in because they have to check all cases because, it's a great terrorist target probably. And they're literally pulling out like chicken curry, fruit, like all this stuff out of a suitcase.
Yeah.
And you're like, why would you let that in? And if you can't afford to buy a hot dog at Disneyland,
it was a hot dog or it was just him getting into the park. That was it. His family couldn't go. He's like, I'm gonna tell everybody how good it was. I wish you guys the best. Dude, speaking of the whole like ICE Disney, have you seen the guy in LA that goes around and picks up all the day laborers and then he takes them on adventures?
No.
It's the greatest thing. He goes to like a place, he picks them up and he tells them, I need 5 of you. And they're like, okay. And this other 5. And he goes, we're all going to Disneyland. Right.
That's funny.
And so he takes them all to Disneyland. And it's like, we're talking like big Mexican guys, the freaking big mustaches. They're wearing Mickey ears and they're freaking, spinning around. Then he picks them up and he takes them freaking skydiving. Other one.
Oh, that's hilarious.
And he pays them for a day's wage. And then he takes them. It's freaking the best.
Then he skydives back over the border. Back into Tijuana.
He does. You guys want to go skydiving?
But honestly, who's going to complain at that? Hey, you got deported. Yeah, but it was the most amazing deportation.
Yeah, it was awesome. We had fun, and they gave me $400. So there's that.
Exactly. I went to Disneyland and I skydived home.
Yeah, he does a lot of stuff that is. Some of it is so hilarious. Like he takes him to do just crazy.
Which is fun.
The water parks, Knott's Berry Farm.
I saw a really good one about this old guy in a wheelchair, where this guy just took him to Disneyland. It was so cool.
And he's like, yeah, I'll go. And I was like, awesome. Because I almost want to take somebody to go to Disneyland. You want to go? Okay, cool. And I love that. And away he went.
And the old guy was like, when people get a certain age, their family abandons them, and he was lonely. And this dude out randomly takes him to Disneyland. That's great.
Yeah. Have you ever seen the show Landman?
No.
So it stars Billy Bob Thornton, and it's incredible. He's the landman for the oil company. And his wife is freaking Ali Lauder. She's hot, but she's crazy. It's his ex-wife, but she's cheating on him again. And it's just the whole thing. So, and she's like smoking hot, and his daughter's ridiculously hot. And they go, she comes and moves back with him, and they want something to do because they got all this money, nothing to do. So they go to the old folks' home and they take them to the strip club every week.
That's funny.
And they all get shit-faced, and it's hilarious.
Yep. People forget, we shuttle off our old people because they become kind of, like an irritant or something, and we just let the homes take care of them.
A point in time, let's be real. There's also a point in time where it becomes too much for some people because if you're, like Grandpa, you couldn't take care of Grandpa.
No,
when Grandma was sick, Grandpa couldn't take care of her. When my great grandmother passed away, my grandma, at some point you get to the point where this is above my pay grade.
And also, but is there a point when medical science has extended life past when God ever intended it to go? Do you know what I mean? Like instead of handing off your loved ones to the hands of qualified professionals, maybe God said they weren't supposed to live that long to start with. Maybe there's some medical reasons why they should have shuffled off the mortal coil a little earlier instead of having them been put into these kind of situations.
Let's get to you, dude. You're freaking all going Logan's Run on us.
Exactly. Well, I thought, well, you know, all the immediate family.
Are you guys 30? It's time to shoot you. What?
I put a red dot. Nobody knows why I put red dots on all the family members.
So, but yeah, I mean, you think about that. And you know, 40 years ago, if mom was a stay-at-home mom and grandma had to come live there, mom wasn't working.
Yep.
Now mom is working, dad is working, the kids are working.
And the Vikings, what didn't they used to, because they wouldn't want to be a burden on their families, they'd get in a boat and sail off to fight Tiamat or something.
Yeah. Or, you know, and same thing with the natives, they would go off into the woods and wait to die.
I mean, not that I think that's the right way, but I'm saying that culturally and stuff, we now cling on to every last ounce of life, no matter what the quality of that life is.
Yeah.
And you know what? I honestly, if I'm just sitting in a room drooling,
I will smother you.
100%. I will try and smother myself, but I probably wouldn't. If I'm drooling, I probably don't have
a choice. I'm like, he really wanted this. You can go see. We got it on YouTube.
We can not only go to YouTube. I'll have a sign up there. Please, I don't want to live that way. I don't think that.
Smother me.
Exactly. I want to go.
It's One Flew Over the Cuckoo's Nest. You want me to go freaking chief on you.
Exactly. But you know, those are those hard conversations that people don't like to have, and probably people don't like to have us talking about even. But
no, it's true. I mean, we treat our animals better.
Yeah, there comes a point when you're like, you know what? It's not the quality of life really does mean something. I'm not talking about Canadian where I'm depressed. Well, commit suicide.
Yeah, you're homeless.
We're giving a big thing in Canada.
You should get inside this pod.
Yeah, exactly. I'm talking about the literal our medical system just increasing.
And think about the medical system. If you look at the amount of money we spend, what is it? 70% of the medical money that will be spent on you will be spent in the last 3 months of your life.
Yeah. And honestly, but as an inevitability, if for the last 3 months of your life, you were probably going to die close to 3 months into that process.
Yeah.
But they can charge you. So they will keep you in probably a state of probably not good health, potential suffering, to drag that process out because they make a lot of money doing that.
They do. And they've taken an oath. They've taken an oath. They've taken
an oath, which I do get, you know, do no harm. But if you were literally gonna maybe pass away, but they're gonna make you linger for 3 months more
in pain.
Is, you know, okay. Some people may want that. Some people want every last moment.
Yeah. Well, if you have moments, it's one thing.
If you have moments.
But, you know, grandpa didn't know anything. Grandma didn't know anything.
No.
My great grandmother had no idea what was going on. My other grandma, she'd stroke. I mean,
my father-in-law, nothing. No. He just passed a few months ago. Nothing. He wasn't there anymore. You know, there was nothing.
Now your mother-in-law's not there.
There comes a point when you're like, okay, they're literally breathing on machines. They're eating on machines. They're okay. You know, okay. I know we can do it. We have the science, but unless you have the science to make it better,
don't tell Walt Disney that.
Exactly. Well, he's frozen. He's frozen on ice in case they need to break him out in case there's too many Jews coming.
I often wonder, did they really freeze him?
No. I don't think the technology existed back then. It's really hard to cryogenically freeze anybody now. Although, did you hear that they were going to use, was it bat blood to potentially put humans in cryogenic stasis?
Really?
Yes. Look that up because I don't know any more than that. I read the headline like most people do now. Like most people that live, they don't read the whole article. They just read a headline. The problem
with that is, and this is the thing with modern like media and stuff like that. Okay, cool. I want to know about that. Wait, I've got to go through 75 commercials and also paragraphs before you get me to the lead.
Yep.
That drives me crazy.
Yep. Because they want you to go through all the ads and then finally just tell you what you were there in for.
Okay. So bat blood for stasis?
It was something like it. Yeah. For or hibernation.
They've looked at it. But there's not quite sure evidence it can happen that way. Hey, look,
which is probably why you need to read more than the headline.
If we can bring back the dire wolves, we can do this.
We probably could.
You see, they're bringing back the MOA. That's their next thing. It was the largest flightless bird in history.
Yeah.
They were 12 feet tall. They had no wings.
Oh, well, that's fantastic.
And
They were the ones with the large claws on their feet, though, right?
Well, they did, but they're not like the crazy ones they have now. The one that can freaking chop you up.
Yeah.
No, but they were hunted to extinction by, I guess they're from the New Zealand, kind of some of the island areas, and they were hunted to extinction only like 500 years ago. So it's not
Oh, wow.
20 million years ago or something like that, or so this will be interesting to see how they do this.
Okay, and I've seen Jurassic Park, but I still want it to happen.
I know nobody's ever who works at any of these places has ever seen Jurassic Park.
No, they've never seen any of
Never
this.
seen it.
They've never seen any of these where science goes wrong. What do you mean?
None of them have. Like
course it's
everybody
so
who works in the robot place should be forced to watch Megan.
Everybody should. Well, it's like
gonna
I'm
happen.
just watching a thing about Plum Island where we study a lot of diseases, animal diseases,
Oh God, yeah.
and you can't get on it. You like even if I had top secret clearance, I can't get on it. You have to be specially allowed because it's so dangerous. Why? Because it sounds like they're experimenting. This is dangerous. I wonder if we can make it more dangerous. I wonder if we can. Okay, people, why do we need to do this? Like, let's go watch the Andromeda Strain at least once. Old movie reference.
Have none of you seen Outbreak?
Yeah, Outbreak. There, thank you for updating that.
Sideways fast.
Exactly. These things go fast, and it's like humans need to know things surpasses its wisdom to know why they need to know things.
Sometimes the best wisdom is, you know what? I know just enough to be dangerous, but not enough.
I know not to mess with that. Exactly.
Yeah.
Kind of like I have a long stick and there's a hibernating bear. I got enough wisdom not to just keep poking it.
Yeah.
I wonder what's going to happen if I keep poking this bear.
Gonna eat you.
It's going to eat
take
you.
a selfie with it, which is also a stupid thing to do. As I always do my show, nature will mess you up, and that's only reserved for people who do dumb shit.
Exactly. Apparently, the bear won't eat you if you're a woman, because apparently women would rather be in the forest with a bear.
With the bear, you'll find it. How'd that work out for you, ma'am? Yeah,
exactly. Oh, yeah. You mean, ma'am, because she scattered around because the bear tore her apart.
I know. That's because these women think every guy is Jeffrey Epstein and every bear is Yogi.
They do, or Pooh. They think every bear is Pooh Bear.
Would it be funny if Yogi just ate somebody in this freaking cartoon?
Which is why the Rangers don't want him.
I was a bear that only liked picnic baskets. You forget I got the baskets because I killed the fucking people.
That's a horror movie. Yogi.
What is that IP up for grabs for free?
We need that. That's still a long time though, because that's
yeah, that's Hanna-Barbera, right?
70s or something. Yeah.
Yeah.
But Yogi and Boo Boo horror movie, I would totally watch. Let's again AI. Back to AI.
Back to AI. When would Yogi Bear
Yogi and Boo Boo at Crystal Lake?
I'd
watch that movie.
I would watch that too. That sounds great. So yeah, Yogi. Yeah, we're talking. God, that is. That's the 50s.
Yeah.
You
Oh, it's the 50s it started. Oh, okay.
You're still a ways away.
It's still a ways away though. Yeah. See the Flintstones, and there was a lot of good these old cartoons. I was just watching a Tom and Jerry, and there is no story really. It's just a cat and a mouse fighting each other, and it's still fun.
So Yogi Bear was originally, oh wow, the first episode was 1958 where they appeared.
Oh,
so you got a ways to go before we get that.
Yeah,
that's gonna be a while, boys. It's gonna be a while.
We need longevity drugs so we can get it.
Maybe we'll come up with. They're working on those. You know that
they are working on those. Apparently, that was another breakthrough. I read the headline for, but it said that they think they figured out a way to extend your lifetime to double it.
Well, they're writing, what is it? Life insurance now to like 110 or some ridiculous amount because they think that, with AI, think about the stuff. We're thinking about all this stuff, but think about what AI is going to be able to come up with.
Well, it looks like it's solving some cancers. It's solving, it can diagnose you better than most doctors can.
Yeah.
The majority of doctors. It's hard when you have basically a savant like level of medical knowledge
that will work nonstop 24/7
and won't just jump to assumptions. The doctor's problem a lot of times is when you go to see your doctor, he jumps, oh, this is the easiest assumption that this is the cause of it. Sometimes things are a little deeper than that.
Yeah, that's why you go get a second opinion.
Yeah. Exactly.
All right, big guy. This was fun tonight. Happy birthday, Paul.
Yep. I'm going to enjoy the rest of my birthday.
And go to bed because it's 8 o'clock here and I have to get up at 2 in the morning.
Oh, wow. Yeah. Go to bed. Yeah.
Crazy. 6 where you are, but 8. Happy birthday, everybody. Follow me along social media. Like and subscribe here to our podcast of fun and hilarity and weird
We're
shit.
gonna get a logo soon.
Yeah, logo soon, all kinds of stuff. It's happening, kids. Don't you worry about that. And we will talk to you guys soon. Audio.